Hi everybody again. Okay, we've come to blog 10. We thought just a minute ago, last night, that we had a real emergency on. So what we did was we went into it, and this morning I looked and checked things over, and that's what we're going to do right now. But I wanted, as far as we've gone, 6 weeks ago, I was selling equipment out there, and a swarm from nature came out, not from the apiary. Came out and swarmed into some beehives I had out there. We used that, it became a strong hive. It's still a strong hive, amazingly strong. But what did we do? We started YouTube, and we decided that we would go ahead and go through the process of stressing each nuke. The mother hive itself should be dead by now with the amount of bees we've taken out of it, but it isn't. It's doing better. So anyway, in blog 1, we went through a colony up in the apiary, and we went through the whole bee colony. Then we went to the house and we talked about wax moths and the calendar and what the bees are going to do. Let's remember now, it's middle of summer, and the next thing we're going to be talking about is what's going to happen in the fall. Okay, we combined some colonies, or we wanted to, but we didn't. We thought about what was going on with the queenless hive, and we had already made some mistakes. So what we tried to do was fix those mistakes, and if you look back, that was going on at the time. Then we took the 8-framer and the 10-framer. We got out in the field there and put them up. Which one is better? How do they work? And at the time still we were making some queen cells and taking larvae out of the big hive, which should have stressed it so much that it would have killed it. But in fact, what we were doing is we were putting new or old, nasty old looking frame in there, but it had cells, and she could lay in it. So rather than she continued to lay, not enough honey was coming in, but she continued to lay. And still there's not enough honey in there for them, but there's just enough, they're bringing in just enough honey to feed the bees. That there's so many cells, C-shaped cells, larvae, eggs. They're bringing in just enough to feed them, not enough to store them. Then what did we do? We looked out and we saw, or Brenda said, look at the hummingbird feeder. And of course it was time to start using the community feeder. So we went ahead and we started with the community feeder. Why it's necessary, especially at this time of year. The bloom is completely gone. It's been gone for 3 weeks anyway. So then with that time, by that time, the next week, the 2 colonies that we had started, the 10-framer and the 8-framer, had enough cells stolen from the big hive that we had supersedure and swarm cells, you remember, that we were making. They were capped by that time, and we were going to see, okay, which one. We went through and we killed a few, if you remember. But what happened? What happened when they swarmed out? Well, in the meantime, the thing to do was to talk about drones, because when they come out, they're going to need drones to breed. And that's exactly what we did. And to that date, then, this past week, we started talking about the mated, hatched queens. And now, after last night, the strange activity going on in the mother hive was something that I had to jump at right away and try to figure out what's going on. That's okay. Things like that happen. The whole thing is when you look at your hives, try to figure out what's going on. We've made a lot of mistakes, and we've made some good things, but we have gone through the process of what one might do. So at that, let's go up there and look at a queen. Okay, look at me first. Okay, this is the mother hive. We've stressed it so much, it should have died. For the past 6 blogs, we've been taking brood and brood and brood out of it. Look right here, it's still going good. But what we're going to do now is get into it real quick and see what's happening. This is what we put on last night. There's plenty of cells, but
Is she laying right there?
Now let's.
No? Okay.
No, there's a few bees in there, but we're okay. Okay. Let's knock these down a little bit. We don't need too much. But what I want you to notice more than anything else is the amount of brood in here. Now what we've been doing is we've been taking out brood and putting in cells that are empty and been giving her a place to stay. Okay, there's just honey here. Well, you look at all that brood. Now this is from a highly stressed. We've been stealing brood and brood. It's the middle of summer. She should be quitting laying. But is she? Very quickly, I went through this and she was up right there. Look at all that brood.
Let me get behind you.
Look at all that brood. But we're not finding her. We found her twice this morning. But we'll get her.
I
We're
thought
gonna
you
do
knew
quick then.
exactly where she was.
Brood, lots of brood. Come on, don't you hide on me now that I got the camera. Now all of that she's not there. That's honey. Is this honey? That's honey. Well, yeah, honey. Okay, so we're done here. She went down below. So just take a second. We're going to do this fast. But the thing to notice, how much brood is in here? We have stolen so much brood, and it's unusual. We think you would have killed the colony, but instead of killing the colony, they are bringing in just enough nectar to feed these bees. They're not able to store any. So actually, that's a new lesson on me.
Where does that one go?
Where's what one go?
That one right there.
I put a new frame in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. Not very heavy because it's mostly brood. It should be so heavy. It should weigh 100 pounds. I shouldn't be able to lift it. Like
And you
now.
wouldn't lift it.
What's that?
And you would not lift it.
And yeah, Brenda wouldn't let me lift
No,
it.
you can only lift 50 pounds.
Look at that light. What do we got here? And there she is.
Where?
Can you photograph her?
Well, I don't see her. Where's she at?
Right here. You see her right here?
I see a drone.
No, right here. That's the queen.
I don't see her, Tom. I'm sorry. As long as you...
Can you see her?
I see a... Oh, yeah, there she is. That's not a drone?
This is the queen right here. That's the mother of the hive.
Well, point it out to me again.
Oh, she's on the wood. Yep. Where's she going? Okay, she's walking around on the wood.
Okay, I see her.
She's on my hand.
Oh, well, don't kill her.
I'm not going to kill her. There she is. Right here.
Assuming that I'm getting her, okay? We can test it after we get done. But okay, that's the queen. Terrific.
There's the queen. She's going in and out of this hole.
Okay, let's let's close it up then. Let her do her thing.
Oh, there she is on top. And she's coming around.
Right.
She wants to get in that hole.
I know.
Okay, so there she is. One more time.
I'm assuming we got her. We can tell when we watch this over again. Okay. I see her. Okay. I think we got her really good, Tom.
All right.
Excellent.
So, up till this point, we haven't been on most videos. Here's the queen. Here's the queen. But what have we been doing? We've been playing with the hives. We've been testing them. We've been stressing them. We haven't been looking for a queen. Of course, we have been looking for new queens. But we're not going to mess with that right now because stuck together already.
So hot out here.
We've been going through all kinds of experiments for YouTube. And we've been unsuccessful. I went through that this morning. There is no queen in there. I looked for like a microscope. Now this is what we put on the other night where you may have said, Tom, you're crazy. Why are you doing that? But what we did is we pushed the bees down. You can stay right there for a minute. Here's our colony that doesn't have a queen. What are we going to do? Are we going to use newspaper? Nah, we don't need newspaper. I'm going to bring these bees over here. There's enough space in between it that you get their scent or whatever you want to call it. That'd be bad if I saw a queen right now. Do you see any queens?
I can't.
I don't.
Too.
I don't. Okay. So that's enough for now. And what we've done is we've gone through 10 blogs, failed at this one. However, the 8 framer, we will get back to that. This is halfway through the 10th blog. We will get, and perhaps there's a queen. It is overflowing with bees. We know that. So, if you like my video, please subscribe.